Hi, I'm Morphic, part of Silver Soul Gaming, and I'm going to be reviewing the latest game to be released on the Nintendo Switch under the ACA banner. Samurai Shodown 2, a fighting game released in 1994 by SNK for the NEOGEO MVS arcade system, the AES home system, and the NEOGEO CD. Now on the Nintendo Switch, we take a look at the second installment of the legendary weapon-based fighting franchise. Samurai Shodown 2 is a one-on-one fighting game set in the era of feudal Japan. It's not only based in Japan, with other locations featured, such as a harbour in America and a palace in France. The story is rather simple. You take on several opponents on the way to fight and defeat the evil spirit or demon that wants to destroy the world, and you have to stop them. Gameplay is the standard best 2 out of 3 rounds, like most traditional fighting games. At the end of the round, depending on the amount of time taken to defeat the opponent, your time may be added to a ranking scoreboard. The game features 15 playable characters, including a kabuki, ninjas, samurai, a foreign fencer from France, a neko girl, and a goblin-like monster. The arcade mode features 12 stages, with the final boss after all 12 opponents have been defeated. Each character has its own strengths and weaknesses. Some have a short reach with fast attacks and fast movements, whereas some are slow with a long reach and heavy damage attacks. The game uses a 6 attack system, where the weak and medium attacks are to be pressed in order to perform a strong attack. This includes a weak and medium slash, which when both pressed together perform the strong slash, and a weak and medium kick that are both pressed together to perform the stronger kick. There are special attacks available to the player, and these are performed with the same type of inputs as most fighting games of the time, like Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury: The King of Fighters. Each character has a special Desperation Swordbreak attack. If successful, it destroys the opponent's weapon for a period of time and can turn the tide of battle. These moves are usable when the power gauge at the bottom of the screen is filled by taking damage. When both players clash swords of the same power, a button mashing event occurs where whoever hits the button the fastest can disarm their opponent. The weapon will be dropped to the ground and can be picked up. The game's AI can be very punishing late in the game. After the 3rd or 4th fight, the difficulty starts to ramp up, meaning you either get good at the game and learn the patterns or combos, or you will lose over and over. This was the way of all arcade games back in the 90s, and it still stands today for that feeling of achievement that you get for beating a tough yet balanced game. Featuring 8 levels of difficulty, there is a level of challenge appropriate for all players. The game's graphics are large and well detailed, with smooth animations, characters are well drawn, and the backgrounds are vibrant and beautifully animated too. The game's camera also has a smooth panning transitions when characters walk far enough away from each other, zooming out, and then it zooms back in when they approach. The game has references and Easter eggs hidden within, like a character based upon characters from the Lone Wolf and Cub samurai movies, and a sprite of the Xenomorph's head from Alien hidden in the background of one of the stages. The game's inspiration of Japanese cinema can be picked up on in the beautiful backgrounds and sound design, with some of the stages and character design and the outstanding cutscenes featured within. An interesting feature of the Samurai Shodown series is the death scenes or fatalities that can occur at the end of a fight. In Samurai Shodown 2, depending on how the opponent is defeated or purely at the whim of the game, a defeated character can die in a dramatic way, being sliced in half, flying through the air and splitting in two, or a fountain of blood spraying from the defeated player before falling to the ground. After coming back to this game and spending so much time playing it as a kid and now as an adult, I can say that it is still a classic. Not as good as the games that followed, but still a great game. The depth of gameplay and the fun I had more than make it worth another purchase on the Switch. The only downside for me was the need to press 2 attack buttons to use the strong attack, but other than that the game is great and worth a purchase for anyone who loves 90s fighting games. I give this game an 8 out of 10 and I recommend it highly. Thank you for watching. Please look out for any more content released by us and check out the Silver Soul Gaming website. The link will be in the description below. Thank you.